Let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres, a woman who turned laughter into a legacy. Her journey from a small-town girl to a household name is nothing short of inspiring, and it all began with a simple dream and a unique sense of humor. Before the fame, she was just Ellen Lee DeGeneres, a kid growing up in the quiet suburb of Metairie, Louisiana, where the days were slow and the possibilities seemed endless. Her dad sold insurance, her mom was a speech therapist, and her brother Vance would also chase the spotlight. The DeGeneres family was close-knit, filled with laughter and support, even when times were tough. Life was simple, but Ellen always saw the world through a funny lens. She was the one making everyone laugh at family gatherings, always quick with a joke or a silly face. When her parents split, Ellen moved with her mom to Atlanta, Texas. A tough change, but she used humor to cope. The move was difficult, but Ellen found ways to lighten the mood, helping her mother adjust to their new life. Laughter became her shield and her bridge. It helped her make friends, break the ice, and navigate the challenges of growing up in a new place. She tried college at the University of New Orleans, but it wasn't her path. Ellen quickly realized that her heart wasn't in textbooks and lectures. She was searching for something more. Ellen bounced through odd jobs: waitress, house painter, oyster shucker, collecting stories and characters along the way. Each job gave her new material, new perspectives, and a deeper understanding of people. Those experiences became the seeds of her comedy. She learned to find humor in the everyday, turning ordinary moments into unforgettable punchlines. Stand-up started as a scary idea, but Ellen had a unique voice and a knack for turning life's frustrations into punchlines. She faced her fears, stepping onto the stage with nothing but her wit and determination. She began jotting down her thoughts, shaping her own brand of observational humor. Her comedy was honest, relatable, and refreshingly different from anything audiences had seen before. The stage was calling, and Ellen was ready to answer. With every performance, her confidence grew, and so did her dreams. From humble beginnings, she was about to launch a journey no one could have predicted. The world was bigger than she imagined, and Ellen was ready to take it on. The world was about to meet a new kind of funny, a comedian who could make you laugh and think at the same time. And Ellen's story was just getting started. Her journey from Louisiana to the national stage was only the beginning of a remarkable legacy. Ellen's comedy journey began in New Orleans clubs and coffee houses in the early 80s. No social media, no shortcuts, just smoky rooms and tough crowds. She honed her craft as MC at Clyde's Comedy Club, developing a style that was calm, conversational, and relatable. Ellen's humor was about life's little annoyances, stuff everyone recognized. Her charm made you feel like you were laughing with a friend. In 1982, Showtime named her the funniest person in America, and suddenly, Hollywood took notice. The big break came in 1986, a spot on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Johnny loved her, so much that he called her over to the couch, a rare honor. Ellen became the first female comedian to earn that invite on her debut. That night changed everything. She went from local favorite to national sensation. Hollywood was watching. Ellen DeGeneres was officially on the rise, and she was just getting started. After her Tonight Show breakthrough, Hollywood came calling. Ellen landed roles in sitcoms like Open House and Laurel Hill. Short-lived but important steps. She guest-starred on shows, always stealing scenes with her timing and charm. In 1994, she got her own sitcom, Ellen. Playing Ellen Morgan, a quirky bookstore owner, she brought her signature humor to prime time. The show was a hit, funny, relatable, and full of heart. For 4 years, audiences tuned in for Ellen's take on everyday life. The sitcom earned Emmy nods and made her a household name. She wasn't just a comedian anymore, she was America's friend. Her humor was accessible, never mean-spirited. Ellen's star was shining bright. But she was about to make a move that would change TV, and her life, forever. The next chapter would take real courage, and the world was watching. By 1997, Ellen's sitcom was a hit, drawing millions of viewers each week and making her a household name. But despite her success, Ellen felt something was missing. She wanted to be authentic, on screen and off. The pressure to hide her true self was growing, and she knew she had to make a change, not just for herself, but for everyone watching who felt different. She made a bold decision. Both she and her character would come out as gay. It was a move that would risk her career, her relationships, and everything she had worked for. But Ellen believed it was the right thing to do. This was groundbreaking. No lead character on network TV had ever come out before. The entertainment industry had never seen anything like it, and the stakes were incredibly high. The network was nervous, advertisers threatened to pull out, and controversy swirled. Some people called for boycotts, while others rallied in support. The nation was divided and all eyes were on Ellen. But Ellen stood firm, appearing on the cover of Time magazine with the headline, "Yep, I'm gay." She refused to back down, even as the pressure mounted. On April 30th, 1997, the Puppy episode aired. Ellen Morgan came out, and an astonishing 42 million people tuned in. It was a cultural moment that stopped the nation, sparking conversations in living rooms across America. Oprah played her therapist. The episode was funny, moving, and historic. It broke barriers and showed that comedy could also be a force for change. The episode sparked national conversations and won both Emmy and Peabody Awards, cementing its place in television history. It was a victory for representation and visibility. But the aftermath was tough. Ratings dropped, critics complained, and the show was canceled in 1998. The backlash was swift and personal, and Ellen found herself at a crossroads. Ellen's career stalled. She faced backlash and isolation. For a while, it seemed like Hollywood had turned its back on her, and she struggled to find work. But her courage opened doors for countless others. She became a symbol of hope for the LGBTQ community, inspiring a new generation of stars to live openly and authentically. She took the risk, paid the price, and changed the game. That's real bravery. Ellen's setback was temporary. The impact was permanent. Her story proved that being true to yourself can change the world. She'd soon find a new stage and a new way to shine. Ellen's resilience and humor would help her rebuild, and she was ready for a fresh start. The world was ready for her comeback. Ellen's journey was far from over, and her brightest days were still ahead. After her sitcom's cancellation, Ellen faced some of the toughest years of her life. She was at a crossroads, unsure of what the future would hold. Many doubted she could make a comeback, but Ellen wasn't done, not by a long shot. She was determined to reinvent herself and find a new way to connect with audiences. In 2003, Ellen took a bold leap and launched the Ellen DeGeneres Show, bringing her signature warmth, quick wit, and infectious humor to daytime TV. It was a fresh start, and she was ready to make her mark all over again. The show was different from anything else on television. No drama, just pure joy, laughter, dancing, and a focus on positivity. Ellen wanted her show to be a safe space where everyone felt welcome. Ellen's daily dance with the audience quickly became iconic. It set the tone for the show. This was a happy place, full of energy and fun, where people could forget their worries for an hour. Celebrities, everyday heroes, and unforgettable viral moments made the show a must-watch. Ellen celebrated ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and her interviews were always filled with laughter and heart. "Be kind to one another" became her signature sign-off, a simple message that resonated deeply with viewers and became a mantra for millions. The show exploded in popularity, quickly becoming a daytime powerhouse. Ellen won multiple daytime Emmys, and headlines celebrated her incredible success. For the first time, Ellen wasn't playing a character anymore. She was just being herself, sharing her real personality and genuine spirit with the world. Her authenticity and vulnerability resonated with millions of fans who saw themselves in her struggles and triumphs. The show became more than just entertainment. It became a brand, a movement, and a daily source of positivity and hope for people everywhere. Ellen had finally found her perfect stage, a place where she could truly shine and make a difference. She turned setbacks into a second act that was even stronger and more inspiring than the first, proving that resilience pays off. The world embraced her all over again, cheering her on as she redefined what it meant to be a daytime host. For nearly 2 decades, she made kindness cool, spreading joy and compassion. Ellen's comeback was not just a return, it was a transformation, and her influence was just beginning as she used her platform to champion causes and inspire change. The Queen of Daytime had truly arrived, and her legacy was just getting started. Success brought Ellen a mountain of awards. The Ellen DeGeneres Show won over 60 daytime Emmys, including 4 straight for Outstanding Talk Show. Ellen herself became a beloved figure, hosting the Oscars, Grammys, and Emmys with her trademark warmth. Remember that star-studded Oscar selfie? She broke the internet. In 2016, President Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom for her courage and cultural impact. She's also the most decorated People's Choice Awards winner ever. Over 20 wins. Critics, celebrities, and everyday viewers all celebrated her. Ellen's influence went far beyond TV. She changed hearts and minds. Her message of kindness resonated everywhere. From a small-town girl to a national icon, Ellen's journey inspired millions. She built a real connection with her audience. That's the greatest award of all. Her legacy was cemented in gold, and in the hearts of her fans. Ellen had become a legend. No career is perfect, and Ellen's had its share of storms. After her sitcom's cancellation, she fought her way back, proving doubters wrong. But even at her peak, challenges remained. In 2020, reports surfaced about a toxic work environment behind the scenes of her talk show. Former employees described a tough atmosphere at odds with the show's "Be Kind" message. The controversy wasn't aimed directly at Ellen, but as the face of the show, she took responsibility. She addressed it on air, apologized, and promised change. Some accepted her apology, others didn't. It was a difficult chapter, testing her image and resolve. Even icons face reckoning. Ellen weathered the storm, learning and growing. Her story is one of resilience through highs and lows. The sunshine and the shadows are both part of her legacy, and her journey continued. After 19 seasons and over 3,000 episodes, Ellen said goodbye to her talk show in 2022. It was an emotional farewell, ending with her signature message, "Be kind to one another." But Ellen didn't disappear. She shifted focus to new projects and passions. She and her wife, Portia de Rossi, run the Ellen Fund, supporting global conservation. Portia even built a gorilla campus in Rwanda in Ellen's honor. Ellen returned to stand-up, reconnecting with live audiences and her comedic roots. She's also producing new content, staying active in entertainment. Her legacy? Breaking barriers for women and LGBTQ+ people, spreading joy, and making kindness a movement. She gave away millions, launched careers, and made dancing in the aisles a thing. Ellen's mark on pop culture is undeniable. She's had ups and downs, but her impact endures. The world is brighter and kinder because of her. Ellen's story is still being written. That's the story of Ellen DeGeneres, a journey from Louisiana kid to TV legend. She followed her dreams, found her voice, and changed the world with laughter and courage. Ellen faced setbacks but always came back stronger. She inspired millions to be themselves and to be kind. Her influence is everywhere, from comedy stages to TV screens to everyday acts of kindness. Ellen made the world a little funnier, a little braver, and a lot kinder. Thanks for joining us on this ride through her incredible life. If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe and ring the bell for more. We've got plenty more inspiring journeys to share. Until next time, I'm Steve Harvey. Take care, and remember, be kind to one another. That's our show for today. See you soon.